Welcome to my show, SAM Dialogues with Dr. P Reddy, sponsored by South Asia Monitor. Today, I'm very honored to have a very special guest, Dr. Sam Pitroda. He is the father of India's telecom revolution. Most of you probably heard of him. Before I introduce Dr. Pitroda properly with the details, let me tell very briefly about me. Okay, I am MP Reddy. I got my PhD from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and then I moved on to United States of America to pursue my fellowship in Johns Hopkins University, and then moved on to medical diagnostics industry for 25 plus years, where I worked as Director of Research and Development. During that time, I happened to have 30 US patents. I was very fortunate to have a lot of inventions. And for the past few months, I became very passionate about writing articles and publishing them, many of them in South Asia Monitor. And very recently, I started this show. Okay, so today I'm very happy to have Dr. Sam Pitroda on my show. And now let me briefly tell about him. Well, first of all, he has more than 100 patents and 20 honorary doctorates. He advised and worked very closely with three different Indian prime ministers. Wow. He was awarded Padma Bhushan Award for his contribution to science and engineering. Okay. And most of you know, Padma Bhushan is one of the highest honors in terms of awarding to highly accomplished people. Okay. Well, about my show, let me tell very briefly. It will be two segments. Most of it is the dialogue. Okay, that is what the show is. Okay, that is what this is. I made this interesting one yesterday. I'm very happy to share it with you. Okay, and then in the final segment, that is only 5 minutes. That will be probably the most interesting. There we'll have what I call the ready rapid fire. Okay, stay tuned and you will enjoy all of it. I promise you, to the audience, you are going to love this show. Okay, so now starting with Dr. Pitroda, welcome to my show.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, my first question, obvious question. Wow, what an incredible journey. Starting with a humble beginning from a carpenter's family in Odisha, all the way became father of India's telecom revolution. And in that process, before becoming that, you invented the electronic diary and mobile wallet, etc., etc. Please tell us what inspired you, who motivated you to become a global innovator and entrepreneur. Please tell us the inside story.
I really don't know enough to be able to articulate the real answer to your question.
Okay.
So I will try by saying that when India got independence, my father got empowered. He was Gandhian. He, being a Gujarati, settled in Orissa, felt more Gandhian because that was the connection with Gujarat. And when India got independence, he felt that he's liberated. He could do anything. He could send his children to English school. He can dream that he had never been able to dream before.
Wow.
And he understood the meaning of democracy, freedom, freedom to move, freedom to say things, freedom to take your children to school. And he felt this was a historic moment
Yes.
for every Indian to dream big. So he decided that he is going to make sure that all his children can go to school. Since there were no good schools in Orissa at that time in this village, he decided to send my brother and I to a school in Gujarat, a Gandhian school.
Wow.
He wanted us to get Gandhian education,
Wow.
rooted in truth, trust, love, discipline, diversity, inclusion, all of that. He understood many of these things because right in front of our house was Muslim. On the left was, you know, Sardarji. On the left was Marwari Jain. In the back
Wow.
was Oriya tribal.
Very
So
diverse
he was,
background.
yeah, so he understood that we all have to live together. We all have to love each other. We'll all have to respect each other. So my mother and my father took the risk of sending us to school in Baroda, Vidyanagar. And that changed the trajectory, not only for me, but for the entire family. And he could just back us up completely. He never asked us, what did you study? What is your grade? Never. In fact, my father, for the first time when he came to America, he asked me, he said, son, what did you really study? So I said, Dad, I studied physics. And he said, what is physics? So that was the love and affection, confidence and trust we
Yes.
had from our parents. And we couldn't let them down. So we had to study hard.
Yes.
So I think education redefined me and my family. Education was empowering.
Yes.
Education was eye opener. And education
Absolutely.
created curiosity.
Yes.
So I came to America because one day I saw in the newspaper that President Kennedy has decided to take man onto the moon. I was young, energetic, and it sounded romantic. I didn't have enough money. My father didn't even know what it meant to go to America or postgraduate studies or masters or BS. He had no idea. But he said, okay, if that's what you want to do, do it. We didn't have money, so I borrowed some money and took a boat, ship from Mumbai to Karachi to Aden to Egypt to Italy, took a train from Italy to London, took a plane from London to New York and a bus from New York to Chicago, which was 62 years ago.
Yes.
So I've been in Chicago for 62 years. This is my home. I raised family here. One by one, all my family members came here, brothers and sisters, and my parents and my wife's father and all.
Well,
Those were the
such a
days
great,
like many of us did that.
such a great story. From everything what you say, if you don't mind, I will give a lot of credit to your father for,
Yes.
for setting the tone, for setting the basic culture,
And mother,
and mother.
because mother had to let go of children at the age of 8 or 9,
Yes, you are right. You
1,000
are right.
miles away.
You were absolutely right. Mothers tend to be behind the scenes, but very important role from behind the scenes, right? Oh, that's really, now I understand where you came from. But coincidentally, though, I have similar background where my father was a farmer. He had very similar encouragement and motivation and fascination and believing in us and things like that. Thank you
Yes.
very much. I appreciate that. So now let me move on to, because we have a lot to cover. Okay. The next question in my mind is, I understand back in 1981, you were frustrated by a failed phone call from India to USA that gave you determination to modernize Indian telecommunications. You eventually co-founded C. Dot alongside Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. And my question to you is, it is such a quantum leap. What was your biggest hurdle at the time, either technological or bureaucratic or something else, in convincing the, Rajiv Gandhi, Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, and other people in the administration that telecom was not a luxury, but a basic necessity for India? Please tell us.
There was no complication in convincing Mrs. Indira Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi. They were totally convinced in first meeting
Wow.
that telecom and IT will change the face of India. They were also convinced that this guy wants to do it. He's possessed with this idea. Give him a chance. So I think a lot of credit goes to political will that they provided. Without political will, I would not be able to do what I did. So most important thing was political will. Next was domain expertise, which I had.
Yes.
I had acquired, not that I knew all the answers, but I knew the path forward. Third thing was lot of bright young Indian talent. Without those young people, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish much. So these three things had to come together. Political will, domain expertise, which is not just technical, but leadership skill, ability to communicate, ability to maneuver through complex hurdles, protect people, young people, shield them from day to day hassles, create new organizational architecture, new work culture, new work ethics, new work norms, bring in right technology, train people. All of that was very complex. And the resistance came from three main factors. One, international companies like Siemens and Ericsson's and those who were selling equipment to India, Alcatel and all. Two, bureaucracy. Indian bureaucracy didn't want to change because I was an outsider.
Yes.
How could an outsider from nowhere come in at the age of 40 and
Yes.
tell Secretary of Telecom, who was 58, and he had spent his whole life, he said, who the hell this young boy is? You
Yes.
know? So they were not willing to change their way of thinking. To a point, I had to take over their job. So Rajiv Gandhi one day said, what should we do, Sam? I said, look, I got to become chairman of Telecom Commission. I got to set up a commission and I got to be secretary of Telecom. Okay, there is no other way out. I hate to say it, not that they are bad, but their mindset is very different. They think very differently.
Yes.
Okay. So you had this whole lobby. And the third was really the Indian work ethics, work culture. Everybody is trying to tell you why it can't be done.
Yes.
Everybody is trying to, sort of stop you from doing things.
Yes.
Everybody is saying, oh, this has never been done in India. Most of the people who don't have any knowledge of anything become telecom expert and try to advise you. And you have to listen to them and you have to, make them feel good and all this crap.
Yes.
Okay. But that's way of life. You got to fight all that, because
Absolutely.
then India was at a different time in the history.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We had only 2 million telephones. It used to take 10 years to get telephone connection.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. And to get a telephone connection, the bribe was, in those days, 10, 15,000 rupees.
Oh, bribe.
Bribe, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
People, and I never took any salary. I never took any bribe. So I was, uncomfortable person
Yes.
for the system. You couldn't come to me and say, do me a favor. There is no such thing for me because everything was new for me.
He had Gandhian background, the
Yeah,
strong
that was the
core
main thing.
principles.
But
Yeah.
also I had no baggage.
Yes. You don't
I
need.
never taken favor from anybody. I
Yes.
never told anybody, hey, send my children to school. I need your help. So I had no favor to distribute. I had no favor to take.
Yes. Absolutely.
I had no skeletons in the closet.
Yes. Well, Dr. Pitroda, the way let me summarize what you said. Although he started out it was not a big deal kind of thing. By hearing the story, it was more complicated than
It
that.
was very complicated. Believe me, nobody has understood.
Yeah.
It
And
was very complicated because you had to fight on multiple fronts. You
basically,
know,
if I need to choose one word for your role, you are a champion. You championed.
I had to.
Yeah,
I had to.
exactly.
For example, we couldn't get office space
Yes.
big enough for 500 people to stay at one place.
Yes.
Okay. Finally, Rajiv Gandhi said, Sam, go take over the Asiad village where the games were played. He said, take over the entire complex, including apartments, and you can just settle. He was very generous. Okay. I went there, but the place was not air conditioned. So I said, I cannot have my software people work in Delhi heat.
Yes.
So
Yes.
then somebody said it will take 9 months to get the air conditioning ordered and fitted. I said, my project is 3 years. I can't take 9 months for air conditioning. So
Yes.
we started work in a hotel.
Okay.
So we went to Akbar Hotel, which was sort of empty because of, games being over. And we took over 2 floors, you know, seventh and eighth floor. And we said, okay, here we are. We are going to work here on bed. That's how we did it.
No, it is such a pragmatic story
Yeah.
and very practical for new entrepreneurs, particularly youth who want to become
All
entrepreneurs.
the things people talk about new management culture in Silicon Valley today,
Yeah,
we practiced in 1985.
great,
Everything.
great. I am glad I asked you that question. It is very educational. Okay, how to champion things, how to solve.
Egalitarian management system.
Exactly,
No
exactly.
hierarchies at all. Teamwork,
Yes,
openness,
exactly.
transparency.
Even,
You know,
even with the support of the prime minister, still you had to go through so many hurdles, and you have very successfully overcome them. Uh, Kudos to you. It is really
but
great.
credit also goes to a lot of young people.
Yes, that's right.
Let me
Thank
tell
you.
you, every young person we had at C Dot was a
Yes,
gem.
good. Very glad
Boys
to
and
hear that.
girls. They were dedicated, they were honest, they were loving, caring. I am so proud of all of them. And they are now
Thank
in
you,
their
Doctor.
60s and 70s, and they are
Aye.
absolutely gem.
Moving on, under Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, you championed public information infrastructure. How much of that initiative laid the groundwork for today's digital India? You covered a little bit
Everything,
of that. Yeah.
everything,
Oh, okay.
everything.
Okay.
See, Nandan Nilekani did the Aadhaar
Okay.
ID.
Oh, yes. Very important
We were
nowadays.
together.
Yes.
And then he and I sort of chaired a committee on e-governance.
Yes.
I chaired a committee on mobile payment. So this, payment and all that you talk about was initiated and seeded during Manmohan Singh time.
Yes.
Then we decided to connect all panchayats to fiber optics. We decided to connect all our universities and libraries with 1100 nodes with 40 gigabit bandwidth. We took a spectrum from defense to auction. We built a national knowledge network. So we
Yes.
did a lot of fundamental things then, but all of our work was in the background.
Dr. Pitroda, thank you very much for articulating what happened historically. It is very, very important. Let me bring you to the current and future. Okay. So you are deeply rooted in both USA and India. How do you see the US-India relationship with respect to new domains such as artificial intelligence, clean energy, semiconductor manufacturing, smart grids, etc.? Since we have very limited time, briefly tell what the status is, where do you see the partnership heading?
I don't look at business partnership as a way to build relationship. It is one way, but it's not the only way. I don't believe in transactional politics. I would rather focus more on strengthening democracy
Okay.
at both places than doing a transaction on smart grid. Okay. Unfortunately, when our leaders meet, they talk about investment, they talk about technology, they don't talk about education. They
That
don't
is
talk about health. They don't
yes,
talk about poverty. They don't talk about homeliness, homeless people.
yes.
Okay. So my view of the world is very Gandhian.
Okay.
Okay. I understand you need business and I understand technology, AI, all that is going on. But there are
Yes,
a lot of smart people doing those things for profit.
yes,
See, the problem I find globally today is people are too much focused on profit and
yes.
power.
That is correct.
And in the process, they have ignored planet and people.
Yes,
I want to worry more about the issues related to global warming, sustainability, our forest,
yes.
you know, freedom, justice. Okay.
Oh, by the way, we are going to come to that little later. Okay. So for now, let me move to a different topic, near and dear to you. That is Ayurvedic medicine. Okay. I know you studied a foundation to connect Ayurvedic to allopathy, particularly in understanding Ayurvedic through the lens of modern science. Okay. There's a kind of interdisciplinary activity. And please tell very briefly how much success has been there or lack of about that endeavor.
Very successful. We launched that almost 30 years ago,
Okay.
where there was no money. We had lost election, so we had nobody funding it. Finally, we got some funding from Danish government and started documenting Indian herbal medicinal plants. There are 6,000 Indian herbal medicinal plants, 6 to 8,000,
Mhm.
which grow only in India,
Okay.
nowhere else in the world.
Mhm.
So we took the Western Ghat as the main source rather
Mhm.
than Himalaya. We could have taken
Okay.
Himalaya, but Western Ghat is very rich
Okay.
because of the climate. Himalaya is still cold and all. We took one by one every plant, did chemical analysis, gas chromatography, and all that stuff with the help of this Department of Science and Technology, CSIR, and documented 6,000 herbal medicinal plants. It took us 25 years.
Lot of work. Lot of work. I'm an
And then we
organic chemist.
also,
I'm
yeah,
an organic chemist myself, so I can
good.
understand.
Then we
Okay.
also preserve genetic pool. Then we created herbal gardens, 115 herbal gardens, 500 acres each, in collaboration with the government forest department to preserve this rich heritage.
Mhm.
Then ultimately we created a university called Transdisciplinary University in Bangalore to take traditional medicine, modern
Mhm.
medicine, and combine. We have PhD programs for
Yes.
that. Okay. So,
By the way, let me move to another topic where you may have a chance to continue this a little bit.
sure.
This is regarding the books you have written. A lot of them. Three books stand out to me. One is Redesign the World. Other one is The Idea of Democracy that you were referring to earlier. And then Dreaming Big, you
Thank you.
referred right at the beginning, talking about your father and all. Okay. So, since we have very limited time, please tell in 30 seconds about those books and what is your current thinking from Dr. Pitroda today, August 23rd, 2026, based on those books, what you are thinking right now.
I don't think I'm smart enough to summarize that in 30 seconds,
I
you
know.
know, but I will try
Please.
to minimize time. Dreaming Big is about my own autobiography, written for my granddaughter, who was then 4 year old. Now she's 15. I said to myself, someday she's going to grow up and ask, who was this old man who came to America 75, 80, 100 years ago? And whatever her father tells her is
Yes.
going to be very different from what I want to tell her. Because her father, my son, was born here. He has a different view of the world than I have. So I wanted to tell my story to my grandchildren,
Good.
my father's story to my grandchildren.
Yes.
And that's why I wrote that book.
Very good.
Then
Very
on
good.
democracy, I wrote a book on redesign the world
Yes.
because world was last designed when I was born in 1942.
Uh-huh.
I'm just about 85-year old. I'll be 85 in May. And that design, which gave birth to UN, World Bank, IMF, WTO, WHO, ultimately
Wow.
NATO,
Uh-huh.
doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
That
okay.
design does not work in the age of AI. It worked 80 years ago. It served us well. Now it is time to do a new design, which is not based on superpower. Everybody is still using the paradigm of the past
Yes.
to design the world of the future.
So we need a new design,
We need a new
right?
paradigm and we need a new design.
New paradigm. Yes. I
Okay, we
got
need to
you.
recognize the importance of social media,
Yeah.
new
I'm
technology,
sorry. I'm
connectivity.
sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you off. We are going to move to very exciting area. You are going to love it. Okay. I promise you. Okay. This is a challenging. I will have a series of questions to you. Okay. And pointed questions. You please answer them in about 5 seconds or so. Very sharp from both directions. First one, inventor versus policy maker. Which gives you more satisfaction? One word. Choose one word.
Inventor,
Inventor. Okay. Electronic diary versus mobile wallet. Which makes you more proud of?
mobile wallet.
Very good. Political leadership. Out of three prime ministers you worked with, who was the easiest to convince or who had more understanding of what you were saying and who were equally
Rajiv Gandhi,
good? Thank you. And then innovation killers. What kills innovation faster? Is it bureaucracy, fear of failure, or lack of capital?
bureaucracy, and lack of capital, both.
Okay, thank you. Okay, artificial intelligence. Is it humanity's greatest tool or its greatest existential risk?
First of all, it's the wrong name. There is nothing
Okay,
artificial about intelligence.
yes, I agree. I agree.
So I have a very serious issue
Yes,
when people say artificial intelligence. Intelligence cannot be artificial.
exactly. I have been
So
arguing the same. I have been
since we
arguing the
have a
same.
wrong name,
Yes,
we have a wrong idea of what it can do.
yes, got it. Thank you. Thank you. Social media. Is it net positive or net negative?
Net positive.
Dual identity. Chicago versus New Delhi. Which is more close to your heart?
I'm a global citizen.
But please
I
pick
feel
one. Please pick one.
US because this is where my family is.
Okay, thank you. I don't mean to push you, but
No problem.
yeah, that's right. Thank you. Okay, and then healthcare. Where do you feel more comfortable if you have any health issue? Ayurvedic medicine or allopathic medicine?
Allopathic.
Okay. In terms of progress, do you like the approach of patents or open source?
Open source.
Very good. Thank you. Now let us come to your personal life or personality. Self reflection. What is your biggest personal strength and what is your biggest weakness? Here you can take one or two sentences for each.
I would say my biggest strength is my Gandhian and Einstein as heroes. These are my two heroes. Einstein for imagination and Gandhian for character, values.
Very good.
So
Weakness.
these two guide me in my own different way.
Good.
Okay.
What is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness probably is I'm always in a hurry.
Okay. Okay. I don't see it as a huge weakness, though, but that's okay. I take it.
I'm always in a hurry.
Okay. In terms of your daily routine, what is one daily habit that is very important to you?
Getting up early
Okay.
and then getting up early and start my day by 7, 7:30. And my day ends at 11 every day, 7 days a week. I don't do anything. I don't go to parties. I don't go to wedding ceremonies. I don't go to, social events. I'm on phone. I'm on laptop. I'm on learning. I'm talking. I'm meeting people. And I keep my brain going because that keeps me alive.
That will be a good message to the younger generations if they want to become entrepreneurs as successful as you. Coming to family and friends, among all the people, whether it's children or grandchildren or friends, whom do you spend the maximum time every single day?
My wife.
Okay, oh my God, good answer. You can't go wrong with
No, but that's
that.
because I've been married to her for 60 years.
Okay, okay. I
She
assume
was
it
my
is
love. She was my, friend. Though we are very different human beings, we are as always opposite attract each other.
oh
So we have very
yes.
little in common.
Very good. But by the way, I'm remembering that saying, happy wife, happy life. So you must be enjoying because you are genuinely having a great admiration for her, spending time very well. Great, great. Okay. In terms of resilience, you went through a lot of health problems, disproportionately large share of health problems. How are you resilient? Please tell in one or two sentences.
I think I've been lucky to have good doctor friends. I have two, three very close, I would say five very close friends in Chicago. One died several years ago, but I have, friends who take care of me. My cardiologist calls me every day, every day. How are you? Everything okay? So I think I've been blessed with one of the best friends in life. I have so many friends from school days, from college days, who are so very dear to me. We hardly meet, but when we meet, as if we have not lost any time. So
Thank you
I'm
very much.
blessed with a lot of good people around me.
Thank you. Here is a simple but difficult question. Do you believe in God? Yes or no?
No,
Okay, good. Thank you. And your present mindset. What keeps Dr. Sam Pitroda awake in the night time? Only one sentence.
the global conflicts and the need for people to recognize that we all need to live together. We have one earth and we are all same, irrespective of religion, race, gender, color, caste. We are all human beings.
I can't.
I want humanity to be way above religion, way about nationality, way about citizenship. That's what I want.
I can't agree with you more. I have written a couple of articles. At some stage, I may share with you. A final question, my most favorite question. If you are king of the world for one day, what is one thing you will try to accomplish with all the power you will have?
Equality.
Great, great. Well, Dr. Pitroda, I'm so happy that you could come on to our show. I loved everything you said. That will be a lot of inspiration to lots of people, including me, particularly for young generations. Okay, I made a right choice for inviting you, me and South Asia Monitor, and you
Thank
gracefully
you.
agreed to join us,
Thank you very much.
and you
Thank
shared
you.
everything honestly. And please come on to our show sometime down the road again. We want to have this opportunity to talk to you more. Okay. Now let me turn to South Asia Monitor audience. Thank you very much for watching the show. And please, you can look forward for this kind of exciting shows in the future. I also want to thank South Asia Monitor Management for giving me this opportunity to interview and have a dialogue with Dr. Sam Pitroda, I feel highly honored. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time and thank you for your generosity.